Yashodanandana Vrajananandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radha Baneshwara Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavana Dham. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramaya, Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Pralana Simba, Jaya Pralana Simba, Jaya Pralana Simba, Jaya Pralana Simba. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Radha Bharneshwar Bhagwan ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai, Prahlad Narasimhadev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please kindly repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. I offer my obeisance to at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, who gave us the priceless gift of devotion to my Radha Kanaya, not just through his books, but also through his personal life and extraordinary examples. Today I will try to describe the chapter 11 of Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrta, volume 1, which focuses on significant episodes from the life of Srila Prabhupada. During the early years of his mission in the West, I want to take the blessing from Her Grace Vaijanti Mataji and temple management, who has given me this beautiful opportunity to glorify Srila Prabhupada. Kindly accept my humble obeisance to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis lotus feet. Vancha kalpataruvasya kripa sindhueva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, this chapter provides a deeper insights into the early days of Srila Prabhupada's mission, particularly after his arrival in America, how he overcame incredible odds to make his dream of spreading Lord Chaitanya's message into a reality. It's a testament to how deep faith and perseverance in the service of the Lord can manifest into extraordinary results. Srila Prabhupada is following the vision and instruction of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. To understand the significance of this chapter, we must first recall the vision and instruction given to Srila Prabhupada by his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Prabhupada often described how when he met his guru in 1920, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta gave him a clear instruction, which is, you are a young man, you should go to English-speaking world and preach the message of Lord Chaitanya. This instruction was like a seed planted in Srila Prabhupada's heart. At that time, Srila Prabhupada was not yet prepared to go to the West, and the circumstance seemed impossible. However, he never forgot those words, and through his life, he carried this instruction with great weight. He later described that the dream of spreading Krishna consciousness in the West was not simply an aspiration. It was a mandate from his spiritual master, a direct order that he would not rest until fulfilled. This chapter, The Dream Comes True, is the realization of that dream. Srila Prabhupada's unparalleled effort and sacrifice to establish Krishna consciousness in United States and from there across the world. Dear Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, today I have the great privilege to share with you a beautiful chapter from Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrta, Volume 1 and Chapter 11, titled The Dream Come True. As we journey through this chapter, we also touch upon the significant moments and lessons from the chapters preceding it, as they provide a deep context for understanding Srila Prabhupada's transcendental mission and how his dream manifested into a reality. So I'll do a recap of previous chapters shortly to memorize the previous class. Before we delve into the details of chapter 11, let's quickly revisit the prior chapter. In the earlier chapter, we have learned about the early life of Srila Prabhupada, his upbringing in Kolkata, his initiation by his spiritual master, and the spiritual strength he gained. We also witnessed his struggles and determination to spread the technique of Maya Radha Kanaya to Western world. Each chapter carefully unveils the intensity of Prabhupada's love for his Guru Maharaj and his unfailing dedication to fulfill the divine mission given to him. In this chapter 11, we saw Srila Prabhupada's vision growing clear and clear. His life was a series of dreams, spiritual dreams, inspired by his guru, and partial dreams grounded in deep faith and determination. Now we come to chapter 11, the dream come true. In this chapter, Srila Prabhupada's dream of bringing the techniques of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the West begins to materialize in a beautiful way. Imagine for a moment you have a dream, perhaps a spiritual dream that seems so far beyond the realm of possibility. Yet within your heart, the desire to fulfill this dream burns with intensity. You see obstacles, you face difficulties, but your determination and faith in your purpose keep you moving forward. For Srila Prabhupada, his dream was monumental, to bring the techniques of Lord Chaitanya, who spread the holy name of Mai Radha Kanya in the streets of India, to the Western world. It was a dream that would change the course of history. But like all dreams, it was not without its challenges. The chapter beautifully describes how Srila Prabhupada, after years of struggle and faith, finally set sail from India to America. As he sailed across the vast ocean in Jaladuta's ship, Prabhupada had complete faith that Mai Radha Kanya was with him, guiding every step of his journey. But at the same time, his heart was filled with a sense of isolation. He was alone in an unknown world with a deep burning desire to fulfill his Guru Maharaj's order. In this chapter, we witness a key moment in Srila Prabhupada's journey. He arrives in New York City in 1965. With little to no material support, but with an abundance of spiritual strength. He was not a young man, yet his enthusiasm to spread the message of Mai Radha Kanya was boundless. With only a small suitcase and few books, Prabhupada began his mission in earnest. Let's discuss about the first meeting with his devotees. Upon arriving in New York, Srila Prabhupada found the city to be chaotic and overwhelming. Yet it was here in the heart of this bustling metropolis that he would meet his first group of Western devotees. These were the first souls who would hear the transcendental message of Mai Radha Kanya from him. Prabhupada's first meeting with these young, curious seekers were filled with both humor and profundity. He didn't have the polished facilities of an established temple, nor did he have an army of followers at his side. But what he had was the potency of the holy name and his unshakable faith in Mai Radha Kanya, will or desire. Srila Prabhupada's meeting with devotees. As we read on this chapter 11, we learn about the intimate and inspiring moment when Srila Prabhupada would meet his early disciples, each of whom would be forever transformed by his association. These first devotees were like the ripe fruit waiting to be harvested by Srila Prabhupada, who with his divine hand would carefully nurture them into full maturity in the service of Lord Krishna. One of the key stories shared in this section is of Srila Prabhupada meeting with some of the early prominent devotees who played pivotal roles in establishing ISKCON. Those devotees include Satyarupa Das Goswami. Satyarupa Das Goswami was one of the first to join Srila Prabhupada in his mission and became an important figure in ISKCON. His earnestness and dedication to Prabhupada's instruction were evident from the beginning. Srila Prabhupada recognized Satyarupa's deep sincerity and entrusted him with writing and translating devotional literature. His contribution to ISKCON growth was immense, and his relationship with Prabhupada was categorized by trust, love, and service. Next, it was Subhadra Dasi. She was another early devotee who was deeply moved by Srila Prabhupada's personal kindness, but she was initially hesitant to fully embrace the life of devotee. But Srila Prabhupada's compassion and patience inspired her to take full shelter of Krishna's service. She learned from Srila Prabhupada the importance of humility and devotion in serving the Lord, and this led to transformation in her life. Next is Giriraj Swami. He was known for his quite serious devotion, joined Prabhupada's mission early on, and became one of his closest disciples. He was deeply influenced by Srila Prabhupada's personal example and his unflinching commitment to spreading Krishna consciousness. Giriraj Swami's heartfelt service to Srila Prabhupada exemplifies the qualities of a dedicated disciple, and his sincere prayers for spiritual guidance were always met by Prabhupada's loving response. Next is Bhavananda Das. Bhavananda Das' story is particularly inspiring. He was a university student who had come to meet Srila Prabhupada with intellectual curiosity. But Srila Prabhupada's simple yet powerful instruction immediately struck him at the core of his beginning. His initial meeting with Prabhupada was like a seed being planted in fertile soil, ready to sprout and grow into a tree of devotion. In this chapter, we are also introduced to some of these first devotees. They were disillusioned with material life, searching for meaningful and truth in the streets of New York. When they heard the word of Srila Prabhupada, they recognized something profound, something that touched their very soul. Through his techniques, they were able to see the connection between themselves and the Supreme Lord. Just as a gardener tends to spalling with care, Srila Prabhupada nurtured the first seeds of devotion in these devotees. They were like thirsty plants, and Srila Prabhupada with his word watered them with love, wisdom, and the holy name of Mai Radha Kanya. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Next, in this chapter, we see the key role of devotees in Srila Prabhupada's journey while he came with a mission to spread the technique of Lord Chaitanya. It was the presence of the devotees, his spiritual family, that made his dream come true. They were not just followers, they were core architectures in his mission. In every interaction, Prabhupada was not merely giving knowledge, he was cultivating relationships based on spiritual love. These early devotees became like his children, and Prabhupada took it upon himself to not only teach them, but to transform their heart. With each disciple, he made the dream of Srila Prabhupada's mission expanded, becoming more tangible. In this way, the first few years in America were like the building blocks of enormous spiritual edifice. It wasn't just about the number of devotees, but the quality of devotion. As Srila Prabhupada continued to spread Krishna consciousness, he taught us that the essence of his mission was not in external achievement, but in developing sincere heart dedicated to serving the Supreme Lord. In conclusion, chapter 11 of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrta, The Dream Come True, is a beautiful testament to the realization of Srila Prabhupada's lifelong mission. His unwavering faith in his Guru, his determination to spread the holy name of Mai Radha Kanaya, and his boundless compassion for every soul he met all came together to create something far beyond what any material eyes could see. Let us reflect on our own lives. We may not have the same journey as Srila Prabhupada, but we all have dreams of becoming closer to Radha Kanaya, of spreading his techniques, and of serving in whatever small ways we can. Let's remember that with determination, faith, and devotion, no dream is too great to manifest. As Srila Prabhupada once said, whatever you do, do it with the consciousness of Krishna. And just as his dream came true, through his faith and effort, may we too live our lives with a strong commitment to our spiritual goals, trusting that Krishna will guide us every step of the way. Hare Krishna. If I have committed any mistakes or if I said something that's not good, please forgive me. I read it like I don't remember. I read it for a whole week. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. My dad taught me this. My father taught me this. That's why I said it.
So please bless Bhaktin Pallavi for wonderful class about Srila Prabhupada Lilamrta chapter 11 by chanting one time Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So there is message from Srila Prabhupada to you. Dear Pallavi, understand Krishna that he is the supreme enjoyer, the supreme proprietor and the supreme friend of everyone. Accept Krishna as your friend, you will be happy. This is the message of Krishna Consciousness by Srila Prabhupada ki. So I will request His Grace Kirtanesh Krishna Das Prabhuji, please hand over this gift to Bhaktin Pallavi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Now I will request His Grace Jagdishwar Chaturanga